Hello everyone! It seems my camera on my iPod wants to work again pretty much as soon as I started to upload my video. My camera decided it's gonna work again. I got my Shaytards shirt in the mail. Life's worth living, it's worth recording. So I ended up going to see The Hunger Games again today for the second time basically. I think I said yesterday, like, I came home and I was like, I really want to see it again. My dad was like, yeah, me too. So we went and we went to the first showing this morning at the theater we went to. And it was so funny, like everyone in line was going to see The Hunger Games and it was just as good the second time as the first time. Yeah, but it was kind of nice being in a theater with a bunch of people who hadn't seen it already because of like all the little things, like people at one point were clapping and laughing and crying, and it was just a great experience. So that was a lot of fun doing that again. I just can't say enough about how right they got the movie for real. It makes me happy. Like, Suzanne Collins is like a model for what all authors should do with if their book is being adapted to a movie. Write the screenplay and have it, because you have this big fandom around the books and you have people that like the books, and when they see that a movie's coming out they get excited and they want to see what they've read, and then when they go and change a whole bunch of things people get really pissed off. I mean, and the biggest thing I have is like Harry Potter. I mean, obviously I'm a very, very big Harry Potter fan, and for the longest time the third book was my favorite book. It still kind of is. That's a whole nother story. But when I went to go see the movie, I was so disappointed. I think the third one, as in comparison to the books, is probably like the worst movie. There are people out there who actually say it's really good and it's like the best one, and I don't know what they're smoking, but the whole like Marauders thing is dropped. You know, there's so much like more with Harry and everything that they just don't even want to talk about, and I'm just pissed. I mean, it is a good movie if you take the movies by itself, which I usually do, because if not you get very disappointed. Because you have this great expectation because this book is so wonderful and these words paint this like vivid picture in your head, and then they make this movie and you're just like, that's not what happened at all. And it gets very frustrating. Although one advantage for this is that all three books are already out. We all, if you've read them, you know what's going to happen. You know what is important story-wise. Whereas with Harry Potter, you know, when they first made the movie, there was only 4 books out, so you know you could only go up to a certain point, whereas you know there are things that tie in from the last book to the first book, and they didn't know that yet because the books weren't out. So I mean, luckily J.K. Rowling told Alan Rickman about Snape being in love with Lily, but I mean, the writers didn't know that, the producers didn't know that, directors didn't know that. They had no idea what was going to be important later on in the books, so here I'm just going to wander on about books and movies and Harry Potter and The Hunger Games. Just like, let's nerd out together. Has everyone seen it yet? Or are you still waiting to when it would be not so crowded? I was telling my dad, I was like, whatever movie is number 2, like, you know, the weekend they do like the sales of tickets or whatever, like it's gonna be like The Hunger Games, it's gonna be like way up here, and then number 2 is gonna be like way down. Like there's gonna be a huge gap in ticket sale price, like number whatever between 1 and 2, because everyone wants to see The Hunger Games, boys and girls, and there's like a wide age range. I know they were like very worried about getting a PG-13 rating because there is so much violence, and they're like, this movie can't be R, it has to be PG-13. Like, I mean, I obviously knew there was no way they're getting a PG rating, but yeah, that I just gonna word vomit today, just keeps coming out. Anyway, I'm just gonna go because I keep nerding out and rambling, and I could really make a video going on forever about me nerding out.